This Red Sox Race Series on NESN is brought to you by LL Bean, inspiring products designed for a reason. And today from Fenway, it's a hurry up and play day as the Red Sox face the Tampa Bay Rays in Game 2 with a big storm on the way and Chris Sale on the hill. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Fenway. Great to have you with us here this afternoon. I'm Dave O'Brien alongside Red Sox Hall of Famer Jerry Remy. And, Jerry, two things may assure that the Red Sox could beat the storm, moving the start time from 7-1 and the left-hander on the mound today.
Well, everything's on sale today at Fenway Park. Chris Sale, of course, he's going to the mound today, and the second time that he's faced Tampa Bay. The first time he faced the Rays, he had 12 strikeouts in that game, and he did it on a variety of different pitches. A lot of fastballs, some breaking balls. You'll see Sale first getting a strikeout with the fastball right here, up and away. He'll come back with another fastball for a strikeout. Then he'll go to the breaking ball, that big sweeping breaking ball that he throws, and another fastball there. That's 4 of 12 that he had against Tampa Bay. Now, Tampa Bay strikes out more than any team in the league, 15th in the league in strikeouts. So it could be a very good day for Chris Sale against a club that he's handled very easily early in the season.
And he can make it 7 consecutive games of at least 10 strikeouts. He is on some roll today. Red Sox in the middle game of the series, certainly hoping to play all 3 against the Tampa Bay Rays. Right now, the weather is just fine. Game 2 is coming up from Fenway Park in just a moment. For deals, buyatoyota.com. Dunkin' Donuts, America runs on Dunkin'. Lexus and the Lexus Strikes Out Hunger program. Plainridge Park Casino, 45 minutes from Boston. Your New England Audi dealers in the all-new 2018 Audi Q5. And by Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. Get ready for the first pitch. Chris Sale all warmed up and ready to go, coming in 3-2 with a 1.92 ERA. And because of the start time shifting from 7-1, right now Fenway is about half filled up. As you get a look at Chris Sale, Red Sox starting pitcher, presented by New England Audi dealers, the Major League strikeout leader. And facing a team he dominated on April 15th with 12 Ks in 7 innings, allowing just 3 hits. Both teams wearing a lot of pink today, swinging pink bats in honor of Mother's Day weekend. And Steven Souza back in their lineup. First pitch swinging, he pops it up. That drifts foul and out of play, strike 1.
Yeah, Souza in that leadoff spot today. 2 for his last 26 and 125 against Sale. But, you know, they're trying to do anything they can to mix up the lineup against a guy like Chris Sale.
He's missed the last 4 games with a bruised right thumb. Facing Sale might not be something to help out that thumb injury. And the 0-1. Foul tip to the mitt, quickly in the hole, 0-2.
Fastball followed by a changeup. The changeup at 84 miles an hour for Chris.
Souza 1 for 8, 5 Ks against the lefty. Up and in. So with 73 strikeouts, the most ever over a pitcher's first 7 games with a team since 1893. 2-2.
Twice trying to go inside to get him with the fastball. Once was up and in, that time on the inside part of the plate.
Looking for his first K. And that'll just miss. And now 3-2. Do Souza.
After 2 pitches inside fastballs, tries to go back door with the breaking ball. Just missed the outside corner.
Daniel Robertson on deck, and the payoff pitch. And a ground ball behind third. Marrero off balance and got him at first base.
Now, Devin Marrero in the lineup today for defense, and he makes a sparkling play right here to start the game off. This ball right down the line. If it gets by him, it's probably 2 bases. Instead, he makes the play on the backhand from foul territory going away from first base. Gets enough on that throw. It's picked at first by Moreland, and a nice play there by Marrero to start this game off.
That's exactly what John Farrell said before the game. The reason that Marrero is in there for defensive plays like that. Red Sox haven't had many at third base quite like that. Well, here's Robertson. He's at second base and he fouls that one away. 176 with 3 home runs. Red Sox losing by a run last night, a game they rallied to cut the lead to 5-4. Had some chances late but could not capitalize. And Tampa Bay snuck out with a 5-4 victory. Here's the 0-1. Strike 2.
There's the slider that time. The 3-pitch mix for Sale. The fastball, the slider, the changeup. Back to the slider.
Down into the dirt. He's being caught by Sandy Leon today. He's been a big fan of Sandy's work.
Now, if you watch Sale, he almost never shakes off Sandy Leon.
And a 1-2. Longoria on deck. Guy who has nightmares about facing Chris Sale. There are a lot of guys who could say that, I guess. The 2-2. And swung on and missed. Down he goes, strike 3. So 2 away. Here's the Rays lineup brought to you by your New England Chevy dealers. Longoria next, and then it'll be Ricky Weeks. Logan Morrison has 9 home runs. Tim Beckham is the shortstop. Derek Norris doing the catching. Kevin Kiermaier, their outstanding defensive center fielder. And Peter Borges, very fast. He's in left field and batting 9th. So 74 strikeouts for Sale on the year. Longoria in his career just 2 for 24. And 9 strikeouts against Sale.
It starts him with back-to-back changeups, both at about 85 miles an hour, both on the outside part of the plate.
Bases empty, 2 down. 0-2 on Longoria. And he got him again. Back-to-back strikeouts. Sale with a 1-2-3 first. And the Red Sox are coming up. First time, and here's a look at the lineup brought to you by Toyota's website for deals, buyatoyota.com. Mookie Betts, who's styling in his shoes today. He'll be followed by Dustin Pedroia and Xander Bogaerts, who sit safely in 15 straight. Andrew Benintendi, Chris Young, Mitch Moreland. Then it's Sandy Leon doing the catching. Jackie Bradley in center. Devin Marrero made a fine play in the top of the inning. He's at third base. Those shoes that Mookie is wearing as he takes on Blake Snell, 0-3 with a 3.96 ERA. Those shoes are custom made Jordans for the Mother's Day weekend. And they are bright. And the first pitch in there for strike one.
One thing the Red Sox can be, as we take a look up close and personal to the shoes, is they can be patient today with Snell. He walks a lot of guys. In 36 1/3 innings this year, 22 walks and 29 strikeouts for Snell.
Mookie hitting just a tick under 300, 299 with 5 home runs. And takes a ball. Hanley Ramirez still out of the lineup for a third straight game with that strained muscle in his back he suffered in Milwaukee. Training staff felt he needed another day. And right to your scouting report, Jerry, the count's 3-1.
Yeah, right away, Red Sox, Mookie Betts being very patient at the plate. Nothing really tempting to swing at.
He takes a strike at a full count. Dustin Pedroia on deck. Wearing shoes like that, do you feel faster?
I wouldn't know.
You would not know.
I would have no idea.
He's never showed up in your locker. 3-2 check swing line drive to Morrison. Out number 1.
Now the Rays defense, they're 11th in the American League, 27 errors in 38 games. Evan Longoria at third base, Tim Beckham the shortstop, Daniel Robertson at second, and Logan Morrison the first baseman. Left to right, Peter Borges, Kevin Kiermaier, Steven Souza Jr., and Derek Norris doing the catching for Snell.
Pedroia steps in, 286, 2 home runs. He was 0 for 4 last night in the Sox loss, and that snapped the 9-game hitting streak. Dustin's last 14 games, he's hitting .340 with a lot of extra base hits too. And the 0-1 toward the shortstop. Beckham ranging to his left, off balance. Makes a good play there. 2 up and 2 down. Well, the umpires are brought to you by Toyota's website for deals, buyatoyota.com. Jeff Nelson is the home plate umpire. He's a good one. Laz Diaz at first, Doug Eddings at second, Corey Blazer at third. We're available. This telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your TV remote. SAP presented by Toyota. Visit compra2toyota.com to see Toyota deals not seen on TV.
Buenas tardes, amigos.
2 away for the Sox in a scoreless first inning. Xander Bogaerts with a 15-game hitting streak, and he wasted no time last night. Very first inning, he singled to run it to 15 straight.
Well, I see some guys play shallow out in right field, but look at Steven Souza Jr. out there in right field right now, how shallow he is. He's going to take the base hit away from Bogaerts there.
But boy, over his head, he's inviting an inside the park home run, if it's hit with any authority. A ball, a strike on the Red Sox shortstop, who has risen to be the number 2 hitter in the American League at .350. Lights are on here this afternoon. Here's the 1-1. Time to see who's been driving the ball, presented by Toyo Tires. Xander, 15 straight during the streak, hitting .390, 6 doubles, 2 triples, and he scored a lot of runs. Toyo Tires is the official tire of the Boston Red Sox. High chopper, and Robertson waited a bit but got him, and the side is retired. So both pitchers off to quick starts. No score after one. Coors Light updated now. Major League strikeout leaders after the 2 in the first inning for Chris Sale at 75 to lead Max Scherzer. He's also number 6 in the majors in ERA, number 2 in strikeouts per 9 innings. He's all over the top 10 really. Weeks to lead off the second. And a guy really crowds the plate.
The last strikeout he got against Longoria at the end of the first inning with 3 straight changeups to him.
Well, that's unfair. The 0-1. You're sitting there going, give me 97.
Well, yeah, you know a guy that's going to be up there 95 plus, and all of a sudden you get 3 straight changeups. I mean, what are you supposed to do?
Practically screw yourself into the ground swinging at those. Here's the 1-1 to Weeks. 2 balls, 1 strike. He'll be followed by Morrison and then Beckham for Tampa Bay. Well, the Yankees canceled their game today because of the rain, because of the storm hitting New York at 7 o'clock this morning against the Houston Astros. 2-2.
I don't think somebody woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning and said we're not going to play today. They probably decided that last night.
I think you're right.
Forecast just awful.
Now perfectly dry here at the moment. And the 2-2 to Weeks. Ran inside.
It's one thing about Sale. He's not afraid to throw that fastball inside against right-handers or left-handers. Get him off the plate.
Trying for a 3rd straight strikeout. And gets it. But that changeup is filthy.
The Red Sox defense is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. They have 31 errors in 35 games. Devin Marrero at third base. Xander Bogaerts the shortstop. Dustin Pedroia at second and Mitch Moreland the first baseman. Left to right, Andrew Benintendi, Jackie Bradley Jr. and Mookie Betts. And Zay Leon doing the catching for Sale.
I want to take a moment as Morrison gets in to thank the Ride Little League for inviting me out this morning for opening day in Rye, New Hampshire. As Morrison takes a strike to throw out the ceremonial first pitch. Had a great time this morning. I'm not sure it was entirely necessary to immediately bring out a bucket of ice with my name on it after I threw the pitch, but the kids were great.
The question is, did the pitch make it all the way to home plate?
I can't say, and there's no video evidence of that.
Somebody's got video.
Great opening day. They had a parade. The kids were just spectacular. The 1-1. High fly ball into right field. Betts back on the track, turning around, and that ball is out of here. A home run for Morrison, his 10th of the season. That'll make it 1-0 Tampa Bay. He launched it. He's off to an excellent start here in 2017.
And he got a changeup that time from Sale too. The changeup, he had 3 straight strikeouts on it. He throws the changeup right here to the left-handed hitter, and it gets a lot of the plate. And he's got that uppercut swing. He likes the ball down in the zone, and he takes it out of the ballpark.
So 1-0 Rays here in the second. Morrison's driven in 24 runs. He's been their big thunder, and that's in there for a strike on Beckham. Another guy who could be dangerous. He's hit 6 of them. He is tied for 3rd in the American League with 11 RBIs in the month of May. That's a strike.
2 off-speed pitches, a changeup, then that slider to the outside part of the plate. It's got Beckham shaking his head a little bit.
He's done that before. He's 0 for 8 against Sale, 5 strikeouts in his career. Got a piece of that one. Now Sale in his last start against Minnesota actually had his shortest outing of the season. He went 6. He struck out 10, but he did allow season high 4 runs in a game the Red Sox would score 17, and he picked up the victory. 0-2 moves him off the plate. Tomorrow's game scheduled for 1:35 on Mother's Day, weather permitting. 1-2. Derek Norris on deck. Sox did not lose any ground in the standings last night because both the Orioles and the Yankees lost their games. Liner to center, charging on Jackie Bradley to make the catch. 2 down.
Boy, right now in this game, Sale's throwing an awful lot of changeups early in this first time through the order. That was a changeup again to Beckham. Line drive, but right at Jackie Bradley Jr. in center field.
So bases empty, 2 away, and a run in on the home run by Morrison. And here's Derek Norris, the catcher. 224, 2 homers. He was 2 for 4 last night. Originally, his first hit was ruled an error and then changed to a base hit. Remember, Mookie Betts was also charged with an error in right field, a tough error, on a play we thought Kiermaier should have had a triple on. Right now that error is standing for Mookie. And the 1-1. He drops in a strike. Norris, another guy with ugly numbers against Sale. 1 for 14. 5 strikeouts. Two and 2. The left-hander has struck out 3. It's rare to see him walk anybody too. The 2-2 to Norris. And strike 3. Caught him looking. Back with a slider. 2 strikeouts in the inning. But Morrison hits a blast and Tampa Bay has the lead. And a smart choice to power your home. Visit thinkenergy.com to enroll today. Jerry Remy, Dave O'Brien, Jemai Webster with you as well. It's actually brightened up a little bit over the last half hour or so. Certainly the storms are on the way. Red Sox trail 1-0 on the Morrison home run. Benintendi, Young, and Moreland trying to dig into Blake Snell here. Young left-hander. That's a battle of young left-handers. Benintendi 22, Snell 24, but looks like he's about 17. Benintendi hitting .309, 5 home runs. Had a quiet night last night, a Red Sox defeat, as he went 0 for 3. Trying to snap an 0 for 12. Not much of a sample, but he's been up to bat 4 times against this lefty, and Benintendi has 3 hits, but appears to see him well. Chris Young is the DH today. He's on deck. Been a while since the Red Sox have seen a lefty starter. The 2-1 to Benintendi. All even now.
Benintendi expected to get a fastball there, but doesn't get it. Gets the slider down and away. 2-1 count. You're thinking about a fastball. Doesn't get it.
Snell out of Seattle, Washington, ready with a 2-2 to Benintendi, and he struck him out that time. Time to bring in our man Jemai Webster, who's out there in the Budweiser deck, I believe with bacon.
Yeah, that's right, guys. As you know, the weather affecting more than just the start of this game. The 8th annual Bacon and Beer Fest has been rescheduled for June 10th now. And I got some bacon here. I'm going to enjoy it a little bit later. But given the workout warrior that you are, Jerry, I know you're looking forward to this day, and as well as our esteemed producer, Brian Zucchello. Word on the street is, according to sources, that he actually picked this series just so he can enjoy the bacon and beer. I'm going to enjoy this piece of bacon, maybe get some of the libations a little later.
That one popped up on the infield. Here comes the first baseman Morrison into foul territory. 2 fast out for the Red Sox here in the second.
Bacon and beer postponed.
What a shame. A lot of people are very heartbroken over that. Looking forward to, I'm not sure if it's more the bacon or the beer, but the combination is irresistible. So Mitch Moreland will climb in at 266 with 2 home runs. Snell career 1-2 against the Red Sox, ERA of .450. I saw him last year when he made his major league debut during the season. He has been a top-rated prospect the last few years in their organization, an organization that has really produced some fine pitching. Including David Price. How about the high sock look? What are you thinking?
I like it. You know, I like the look, especially with the pink for Mother's Day. Both teams different type uniforms today.
2-0 ground ball to the opposite side of the bag, and the throw is on target by Longoria, and that will retire the side. Red Sox go 1-2-3 for the second straight inning. Inspiring products designed for a reason. On to the third, 1-0 Tampa Bay and a home run by Logan Morrison. Chris Sale has struck out 4 in the first 2 frames. That'll send up Kevin Kiermaier, 2-time Gold Glove center fielder. Didn't help his chances of winning a 3rd in a row in a recent series against Kansas City. Made 3 errors.
See what he does to a defense too. He's got great speed, bunting ability. Marrero in at third base. Pedroia in closer at second base than he normally would be. Pedroia will drop back. There you see when Marrero is playing on the grass, and Pedroia will creep in as the pitch comes in, just in case there's a bunt in that direction.
2-1 on the corner. Kiermaier played junior college baseball. He's about ready to transfer to Purdue. He's a huge Purdue fan. In there for called strike 3. He will take his seat. Number 5 for Sale.
Well, you know, you look at the 5 strikeouts so far. The first 3 were on changeups. The last 2 have been on the slider. Starts that right at the body of Kiermaier, and you just give up on it. You think it might hit you, and then all of a sudden you give a little bit. The spin takes it right to the inside corner.
Here's Peter Borges, who plays a lot against left-handed pitchers. 11 starts against lefties.
He's another guy that'll drop a bunt down at any time, and you get pretty much the same kind of defense out there by the Red Sox against him.
Devin Marrero at third. Made an excellent play in the first inning. Sale with a 2-1. I've seen a lot of fastballs when he does throw them at about 92, 93 today.
Yeah, so far, and it seems like it increases sometimes during the game as the game moves on.
2-2. 94 that time to blow him away, and that's 3 consecutive strikeouts and already 6.
Yeah, well, we expected a big strikeout game. As we mentioned, you know, the Tampa Bay Rays strike out more than any team in the American League, and that time Borges chasing the high fastball from Sale. So they started to pile up early.
He has great numbers against the vast majority of this lineup. He got this man Souza on a tap for the third first time up. That's the play where Marrero ranged, made an off-balance throw and got him with some help from Moreland. Chris Sale pitches like his hair is on fire.
Yeah, back-to-back sliders to quickly go ahead 0-2. His fastball so far today averaging 93 miles an hour. Fastball this time.
One nothing Tampa Bay. We're into the third. He's trying to strike out the side. Foul tipped in the mitt. That's exactly what he does. He gets Kiermaier, Borges, and Souza on strikes. '07 Red Sox World Championship season. You remember this one, game number 36. The Red Sox walked off the Mother's Day miracle to beat the Orioles 6-5. They trailed 5-0 entering the bottom of the ninth, scoring 6 times, capped off by Julio Lugo's single to score Jason Varitek, give the Red Sox an amazing win. That was fun. And completely unexpected when a team comes back from that kind of deficit. Here's Sandy León taking ball 1. Sandy at .230, 4 home runs. He's driven in 13. He had a 2 RBI night last night and a Red Sox comeback, but it fell short by a run.
Not much room out there in center field between Kiermaier and Souza Jr. They've got it bunched up pretty good on the right side of the outfield. Big gap in left center field for León.
He's 3 for 7 off Snell. And a strike. Snell made his major league debut last season. He went 6-8. 3.54 ERA in 19 starts, so he did just fine at the age of 23. 2-1 home and a strike.
So a lot of high strikes called last night in the ball game, and that's continuing here today.
Yeah, that was Corey Blazer, who's now at third base this afternoon. And that skips right by everybody. Did you find that, and I know every umpire is different, everybody's got their own strike zone, but did you find that over time, like when the same crew is working together for an extended period of time, that sometimes they inherit each other's tendencies?
I didn't really notice that. You know, I thought each one was an individual that had their own particular strike zone, and you kind of had to know that.
3-2 from Snell. Fouled away. Did you keep a book on umpires?
I did not. No, a lot of guys did. A lot of guys did keep a book on them, and especially pitchers. But no, you kind of knew, like after your first at bat, you know what was going to be the strike zone of the day, and all you hoped for, we talked about this all the time, is consistency, that it lasts that way throughout the course of the game.
3-2 to Sandy León, and he walks him. This is the first one of the day. We discussed this early, that Snell has really been a walk machine.
Yeah, it's the Red Sox, you know, trying to be patient. We saw Mookie in his first at bat take a lot of pitches. It's the first time he's walked somebody. Sandy León, he gets him pitch too high out of the strike zone, and Red Sox with the leadoff man on in the third inning.
Jackie Bradley 171 with 2 homers and 7 runs batted in. Sox have their first base runner, trailing 1-0 in the third. And Ted Williams used to talk about this all the time, how whoever the leadoff man was for the Red Sox, as soon as he got back to the dugout after that first at bat, he would grill that guy.
Yeah, absolutely, and that continues to go on.
And you had to get that all the time too. The 1-0 pitch is downstairs.
I did, and I didn't like it, you know, because a lot of times, you know, how they were pitching me is not how they're going to be pitching the other guys. You know, for me, I saw a lot of fastballs, and the reason for that was because I was, you know, they didn't want me walking me and getting to guys that got power behind me. So I saw an awful lot of fastballs. There wasn't much I could offer, you know, and what guys wanted to know was, what does the velocity look like today? We didn't have, you know, it didn't come up on the scoreboard, you know, during a game, like how hard a guy was throwing, what was his movement like, what was the spin on the breaking ball like. And, you know, sometimes you might have only seen 2 pitches and you really had nothing to go back to him with, you know. But yeah, guys were certainly curious. It was a little bit different than, you know, today, where they have the video they can watch prior to the game, but it's still not the same until you get up there and face it.
Guys today can make an out and go up to the clubhouse and go watch the at bat.
Absolutely.
Jackie Bradley with a count of 2-0. Hicks came out for a visit because Snell was starting to spray it all over the place, but that's in there for a strike. And he's thrown 31 pitches, only 16 strikes. almost looks like the sun is coming out all of a sudden.
The calm before the storm.
Yeah. Some storm it's supposed to be. That's a ball. Good eye there. 3-1 on Jackie. Dev Marrero on deck. He gets the nod today at third.
They go into the shift now against Bradley. They got 3 guys on the right side of the infield with the count in his favor.
He's trying to get going. Came up empty on that one. 3-2.
And you notice the pitch location of everything too. Everything has been away from Bradley Jr.
Right now he's in a rut. And the left-hander with the payoff pitch. And got him. Struck him out. Jackie's going to question Jeff Nelson.
That looked like a pretty good pitch on the outside corner. Jackie's frustrated, obviously. Anything close, he's going to think that should not go against him. But you can see pitch number 6. It does have a bit of the outside corner. It's nasty. There's no question about that. But Bradley frustrated on the call. Everything away from Jackie in that particular at bat.
Here's Marrero for the first time today, hitting 111, no homers. Mookie Betts to the on deck area. And ball 1.
They never know at this part of the order. They could use a hit and run. That's a possibility. Marrero checking the signs right now from Butterfield. Sometimes guys that walk a lot of people, though, they won't use that play against. And that has been Snell's reputation.
A check swing, that's over but low. And a count 2-0. With last night's defeat, the Red Sox are 1 game over 500 at 18-17. They trail Baltimore by 4.5. The Yankees are in second place, a half game out. And again, the Yankees have already been postponed today. The Orioles are at Kansas City tonight. A strike.
Almost all 3 pitches in the same spot as we look at the standings in the American League East. Tampa at 18-20. Toronto, they're up to 15 wins. They've played better baseball, but still 8 games behind.
Yeah, Toronto's won 3 in a row. Playing better. I just don't think you can count them out with that pitching staff. I don't think anybody is in this division. That's outside for a ball, and now 3-1. So another deep count for Snell. He walked Sandy Leon to begin the inning and then came back to strike out Jackie Bradley. Three and two.
And you wonder if the take sign was on. You know, knowing his reputation, sometimes putting a take sign on with a 3-1 count. Make him throw as many pitches as possible.
This is going to be his 40th one with 1 out in the 3rd. And that is strike 3. And Marrero not happy, and that's back-to-back strikeouts looking for Snell.
Well, you know, to me, again, that's a good pitch. You know, I thought the one to Bradley was, and I thought this one was pretty nasty. Fastball down and away, outside corner. Looks like it has plenty of the strike zone. So, I mean, he's working the corners and working them very, very well.
So Snell has collected 3 Ks. He got Mookie Betts on a half swing line drive to first base in the first inning. So Mookie's 0 for 1. He'll take a ball. Mookie led off Tuesday night's game with his 9th career leadoff home run, and he's only 1 shy of the Red Sox all-time record of 10 by Jacoby Ellsbury. I think the question is, now that he has heated up as he is, there's no question that Mookie's been on fire. Do you leave him in that leadoff spot?
I would leave things the way they are. Yeah, I really think that's a comfort zone for Mookie Betts in the leadoff spot.
He does really seem to thrive there. Does pretty well against Tampa Bay in his career too, hitting .340 against the Rays. There's a high fly ball left field, rising up, backing up is Borges. He's turning around, and that ball gets out of here. That's a 2-run homer. And the Red Sox have taken the lead. It just got out into the monster seats.
Now Mookie picks up number 6 on the season. You know, most of the time when you see home runs from Betts, they're more of the line drive variety. This time a fly ball gets out of Fenway Park. Hits that fastball again inside, and I'm going to tell you, you know, you've got to get it way in on Betts, so he's going to do this to you. He could take that ball that's on the inside part of the plate, get the barrel of the bat out. His hands are so quick.
And strong. As Pedroia takes outside ball 1, Sox up 2-1. For every Red Sox homer, Speedway donates $500 to Boston Children's Hospital. Stop by your local Speedway and quench your thirst with a refreshing fountain soda or Speedy Freeze, any size, just 69 cents. 6 home runs for Mookie. He had a great series against Milwaukee where he went 7 for 11, drove in 8 runs, and hit 2 homers. A quiet night last night, but getting noisy here this afternoon. The 1-1 to Dustin. Guy the Red Sox really want to see start to drive the ball is on deck. Xander Bogaerts. He's been getting hits. The Red Sox believe it's just a matter of time, and they hope it's very soon where he starts hitting the ball over the fence. He is capable.
You know, with Bogaerts, you know, we talked about it last year, and it's really pretty much getting in situations where you're in power counts, you know, 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 balls, no strikes, and look in that particular zone, something you drive out of the ballpark. He started to do that a bit last year.
3-2 on Pedroia.
Good swing there by Pedroia on that pitch right down the middle of the plate, fouled it back. Going right down the middle, and he was right on it, but fouling it straight back.
Always had good numbers against the Rays. 3-2. And there's a base hit, maybe more down that line. That strikes the side fence, and it stops. He's heading into second base. He got a great bounce. It just deadened there, and a double for Dustin Pedroia.
Well, Dustin continues to get a lot of extra base hits. In this one, you don't see very often a ground ball between the first baseman and the first base line. And when it bounced out, I thought maybe it was going to be a single, but it bounced back toward the Red Sox dugout. That meant 2 bases in scoring position for Pedroia.
Well, he had recorded an extra base hit in 7 straight games. 0 for 4 last night. But back at it again here today. And 7 doubles for Pedroia. That'll send up Bogaerts. 0 for 1. He's grounded to second. Red Sox in the lead 2-1 on the 2-run shot by Mookie Betts. And indeed, the walk came back to hurt Snell. No advance by Pedroia, stopped by Norris.
And Dave, here's a case where the third base coach has to always check the outfielders and know just how deep they are. And we mentioned last time when Bogaerts was up, Steven Souza Jr. in right field, very shallow. So that's something you have to take into consideration on a base hit that way, whether you're going to be able to score the runner or not. Now with 2 outs, obviously Pedroia can get off on contact, which helps.
Bogaerts trying to get into double figures in RBIs. He has 9. And takes a ball outside. Benintendi would be next. And Snell with a 2-0. In for a called strike.
See, those are pitches there when you're in the 2-0 count that I think that Bogaerts could drive. You know, that fastball that's middle in.
We've seen him hit that pitch out of the ballpark.
Yes, absolutely.
Really open up, turn on it, and drive it. Would not offer. Now 3-1. He's hitting .404 in the month of May.
Now you're pretty much in the same situation. You know, the 3-1 count, narrow the zone, look middle in, and try to yank one out of here.
Pedroia leading off second, 2 away, and 2 runs in. 3-2.
And the crowd's starting to get out of the umpire these outside pitches, but they're all strikes. Bogaerts took a step toward first base, but gets right back in there. He knew that was a good pitch.
Umpiring with their hearts, as Vin Scully used to say. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Runner at second base. And Pedroia will get that head start. Snell with a payoff and struck him out to get out of the inning. But the Red Sox are on the scoreboard and they're out in front. Mookie Betts with his 6th home run of the season. Baseball operations staff and of course Dave Dombrowski, they're all wearing those support team Kevin t-shirts to support the Red Sox minor leaguer injured in the car accident, Kevin Steen, who's going into therapy, by the way, within what, the next half hour or so. So I know Kevin's been watching. Kevin, good luck to you in your recovery. Everybody, obviously everybody rooting for you.
Yeah, take it 1 session at a time and improve every time you go in for therapy.
Out of the 4th inning, Red Sox with a 2-1 lead. On the Mookie Betts home run. Sale wanted that pitch. He thought it was a strike. It did catch the corner, according to our pitch tracks there. Robertson struck out first trip, and that's through there for a called strike. 7 Ks for Sale. He fights for every pitch. He struck out the last 4 in succession. High fly along the line. Betts on the charge. Racing hard, but it's off into the stands. Longoria on deck, and then Weeks. Red Sox trying to even up the series. Everybody hopeful of playing tomorrow on Mother's Day. Red Sox will have Monday off. They're headed for St. Louis and a 2-game series with the National League Cardinals, and then on to face the Oakland A's out west. Sale battling back, 3-2, and he got him. He struck him out. Number 8.
Let's look at the last 5 strikeouts for Sale. He got Norris first of all on a slider. This was back to end the 2nd inning. And then we go to the 3rd inning. It's a breaking ball, a fastball to Borges that's up, a fastball to Souza to pick up the strikeout, and now the fastball to Robertson after falling behind 3-0, battles his way back to pick up the strikeout.
Longoria now, he's 0 for 1. Swinging to the first pitch, he rattles it to Bogarts. 2 down.
Tomorrow on an all-new episode of the Ultimate Red Sox Show presented by AAA, we go one-on-one with Hanley Ramirez and recap the plays of the week. That's tomorrow at 6 p.m. right here on NESN.
Two down for Ricky Weeks, a strikeout victim in the 2nd inning. Weeks really stands on top of that plate. And Sale, of course, goes right over the inside corner for strike 1. Weeks a .209 hitter with 2 homers. Fly ball into left center, and Jackie Bradley covering the ground, and that will make it a 1-2-3. Sale with 1 more strikeout gets him in order. College football returns to America's most beloved ballpark with the Fenway Gridiron Series presented by Your Call Football. Tickets go on sale Monday, May 15 at noon. Visit redsox.com/gridiron for more information. Back for the home half of the 4th inning. Red Sox on top 2-1. over Tampa Bay. Benintendi, Young, Moreland against Snell, who walked the leadoff man last inning. He paid a price for that because Mookie Betts would belt a home run into the monster seats for a 2-run shot. Walks have been a real issue for the 24-year-old. Benintendi at 22, had 42 hits through the first 35 games of the season. Last Red Sox 22-year-old to do that was Ted Williams in 1941. Pretty good year for Teddy Ballgame. And a 1-1 from Snell. What may get him in the end today might not be the score. It might be the pitch count.
Yeah, generally guys that walk a lot, although he hasn't walked a lot in this game today, build up those pitch counts is pretty quickly.
A lot of 3 ball counts. 3-1 here. Benintendi is actually hitless for 3 straight games for the first time in his career.
Yeah, 0 for his last 13.
Career just starting, the 3-1. And he walks him. Well, that's what happened last inning when Sandy Leon took ball 4. Ace Ticket is Boston's trusted source for Red Sox tickets, from bleachers to box seats. Ace has the lowest prices to games at Fenway with a 200% guarantee. Treat yourself for someone special with tickets to a game. Visit aceticket.com now or call 1-800-MY-SEATS. Well, the ballpark has filled in considerably from where it was at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, at 1 o'clock at 12:30, actually, it didn't look like it was going to be much of a crowd at all. But yes, it has filled in very nicely.
Of course, a very quick time shift for the Red Sox to go from 7 p.m. to 1 to try and beat the storm. A lot of folks made it here. It's a lot of change in plans, I would suspect, at the last minute. Red Sox and Rays intent on playing and hopeful about tomorrow, but that forecast, depending on which one you read, is just awful. And a comebacker got through. Now to run down the lunge for Benintendi. He was out of the base path. They call him out. And that's the reason he was ruled out. And Young doubled up.
Now, one thing you try to do, like if you're Benintendi in that situation, is either go back to first a little bit or drop. Go right down. So it makes it very difficult for that man to tag you right there. He tries to escape. If you go down to the ground, that means the shortstop also has to go down with you. That takes more time. And then the runner at first base may be safe. So a couple of different options there. One is to go back. I think he was past that point. The other is just drop to the ground. Make him reach down to tag you.
Double play, 2 away from Moreland, who is 0 for 1 with a ground ball to third. He'll take a ball. 2 runs, 2 hits for the Sox. 1 run on 1 hit for Tampa Bay against Chris Sale, and that was the home run by Morrison. His 10th of the year. Sale has struck out 8 Rays. Last time he faced him, he struck out 12. That was over 7 innings. Sandy Leon on deck. Moreland hitting .264. He's homered twice. Rolls over on that one. The first baseman Morrison has it, and the flip to the pitcher just in time to retire the side. And a fast 4th for the Red Sox. 2-1 Boston.
experience the best seats, price, and benefits Fenway has to offer. For information on becoming a season ticket holder, please visit redsox.com/season tickets or call 877 Red Sox 9 today.
Moving on to the fifth, Red Sox with a 2-1 lead on the Rays. Morrison responsible for their one run as he homered in the second. And in fact has their only hit so far today.
What you see against Sale as the game goes on, and he piles up these strikeouts, guys start swinging at the first pitch. That time Morrison swinging at the breaking ball on the first pitch.
Strike two.
This was on a changeup back in the second inning. Changeup that stayed out over the plate. And takes it into the Tampa bullpen.
Morrison taking some time here to step out, trying to break up Sale's rhythm. 0-2 coming. Trying to put away Morrison now on a 1-2. All even, 2-2. Beckham on deck, then Derek Norris for the Rays. Marrero in the shift. Bogart's all by himself on the left side, and the 2-2 coming. Got a piece of that.
It's been a couple of pitches now. Let's see if he goes back to that slider away from Morrison.
Again for Morrison, that was his 10th home run of the season. That second inning blast.
Looks like he is.
Fly the other way down the left field line, but a foul ball up into the seats.
It's not a bad job there by Morrison. The slider was not quite far enough away. He was stayed out over the plate, and he's able to make contact and hit it foul. So the pitch we expected him to get, he did get, but fouls it off. But you can see they wanted that ball on the outside part of the plate. It stayed in.
2-2.
He's put up some good at-bats, hasn't he?
He has. That last fastball was the best of the day for Sale. 97.
97, fouls it off. Has not thrown him a changeup in this at bat. That's what he hit for a home run last time up.
Beckham on deck. Red Sox ahead 2-1 fifth inning. And he gets him. His 9th strikeout today.
Yeah, back to the fastball that time. Elevates it just a little bit to pick up the strikeout. So the changeup that he saw for the home run, he didn't see one in that at bat. It was fastballs and sliders. There's that uppercut swing again, and anything elevated on a fastball right there has got a good chance to get him.
So if he can get Beckham here on strikes, that'll be 7 consecutive games of at least 10 strikeouts for Chris Sale. Fouled away for strike one.
And seeing more and more guys swing at that first pitch. It just happens in a game. If a guy's striking a lot of people out early, you don't want to wait around the 2 strikes against him.
And that's a big reason we see this pattern. Lots of Ks in the first 3 innings. The middle innings, contact, but weak outs. Popped up. That'll twist foul off into the seats, and it's 0-2.
I mean, I would start my first at bat against Sale. I'm not going to try to get down 0-2 to him. Are you kidding me? First pitch fastball I see him swinging, I'm probably going to be out, but I don't care. At least I know I don't want to strike out.
The victory is putting it in play.
Exactly.
So you strike away from number 10. That would be 83 strikeouts already here in the middle of May if he gets it right here. Beckham actually hit the ball pretty well. He barreled one up in the second inning and lined out to Jackie Bradley in center. Red Sox with a 2-1 lead in the 5th. Sale with a deep breath and the 0-2. Ground ball hooked behind third. Smooth stab there by Marrero. Skips it. Close. Got him. Well, he used the ground on purpose there. That is the second out of the inning.
Second time today, Marrero has had to go to his backhand to make a play, and that's right on the line from foul territory. The crow hop step, and down the nice play at first base. Nice little skip off the grass for Moreland at first base. Two good defensive plays and a good play on the other end by Mitch Moreland.
So 2 away for Norris, who struck out looking in the second inning. Tampa Bay held to 1 hit and strike 1. Sale at 70 pitches for the day. Just off the edge, 1 ball, 1 strike. It's not a big plate by Jeff Nelson. Two balls, 1 strike. Sale last time against these guys, April 15th, struck out 12. He only allowed 3 hits, and he beat them 2-1. Our score right now. He's gone to 3-1. He hasn't walked anybody. He rarely does. It was odd to see in his last start he walked 3 men. 3-2.
That's a great pitch. The change up on the 3-1 count. As a hitter, you're thinking about a fastball. He pulls a string on you and you're out in front of it. Confidence in every one of his pitches.
Hard to say if it's the best changeup of the season, but this has been as good as it gets.
Threw a lot of them early in the game.
3-2. And he left it up high, went back to the fastball, and he walks his first man. Don't miss WB Mason Extra Innings Live right after the game. TC and Tim Wakefield will break it all down, and you'll hear from Chris Sale and John Farrell. Whatever, whenever, wherever, who but WB Mason. So a base runner with 2 down for Tampa Bay, and Kiermaier 0 for 1. He whiffed his first time up. Off to a slow start with the bat at 214. Norris no threat to run at first, and a dribbler foul, and it's 0-2.
Exactly where you don't want to be. Lefty against lefty. No balls, 2 strikes. Last time it was a slider for the strikeout.
Again, Sale eyeing his 10th strikeout. Here into the 5th inning. Crowd would like to see it. High fly ball. He drills that one to right field. Betts turning around. He's watching it. Sale. She's gone. That's a 2-run homer. Tampa Bay with their 2nd of the day against the left-hander, and now the Rays have the lead back at 3-2. Well, the walk hurt him, and Kiermaier did with his 2nd home run of the year.
Yeah, Kiermaier got an 0-2 fastball, something he could handle. That fastball was supposed to be away. It stayed inside, and there was no question about that when it left the bat. Mookie's going to take some steps back, but they know they're not going to catch up to that.
And clearing the bullpen for a 2-run homer. Is Borges running up to bunt, taking his strike. He struck out in the 3rd inning. So back and forth we go here this afternoon. In game 2 of the series, that is strike 2. Red Sox fell behind 1-0 on a home run, took the 2-1 lead on the Betts homer, and now with the Kiermaier 2-run shot, it's Tampa Bay back in front. It was just the second hit today for the Rays off Sale. 1-2. All even now on Borges.
Yeah, 2 hits in the day, both home runs. Morrison, Kiermaier. 2 lefties.
2-2, a floater, and Jackie Bradley right there to make the play and retire the side. But the Rays back on top now, 3-2 halfway through.
Presented by Joseph Abood, available at Men's Warehouse. TC and Tim Wakefield will preview Game 3 of this series between the Sox and the Rays.
1:35 for the first pitch, if the weather will cooperate. Red Sox are trailing 3-2 on to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Leon, Bradley, and Marrero up against Blake Snell. Walked a couple of men. He's allowed a 2-run homer to Mookie Betts, but he's only given up 2 hits to the Sox. Sandy started off the 3rd inning by taking ball 4, and he was on when Betts hit the home run to the monster seats. And a 1-0 to the Red Sox catcher, in for strike. Sandy with 4 home runs, hitting right at .230. That's a called strike. 1-2. Snell's 6'4", right at 200 pounds. A volunteer basketball coach at his high school in the offseason. And Washington State. That one ripped foul out of play.
A couple of changeups, back-to-back changeups to Leon. Everything away from him, as you can see in this at bat. The first 4 pitches. Good spot forward, outside corner. Sandy able to foul it off.
One-two coming. Got jammed there, and he chopped it foul. Sandy drove in 2 with a ground rule double last night, and the Red Sox come from behind effort to fall just short 5-4. Scoring 4 times in that 7th inning. Although Tampa Bay really helped, they made 3 errors. 2-2. Sandy over last weekend hit 3 homers. Waiting on a 2-2 from Snell. Jackie Bradley on deck. Leon trying to reach for the 2nd consecutive inning, and he runs it full. We have seen a lot of 3-ball counts from young Mr. Snell today.
I've seen 1 pitch inside and this at bat, and he kind of got jammed on it. Everything else has been away.
Snell with a payoff pitch, and he does walk him for the 2nd straight time. You can stay right here after the 3rd out of this inning for a special behind-the-scenes look at what happens here at Fenway Park in between innings.
Now Bradley's been struggling at the plate. Let's see if they put on a sacrifice here with Bradley at the plate. Now he doesn't bunt very much at all. A lot of times when he bunts down to third base for a base hit when they're in the shift. But it has been a struggle for him. 0 for his last 9.
He was caught looking strike 3 in the 3rd. He debated that call with Jeff Nelson.
Now a meeting between Beckham and Snell, getting a little wild. Walking the leadoff man, falling behind the left-hander. Just a little calm me down speech from Beckham.
He's walked 3, and in all of those instances it was the leadoff man in an inning. Usually that will find a way to hurt you. Jackie was late there in that fastball to count 1-1. (3-2) Tampa Bay on a pair of homers. Mookie Betts is homered for the Red Sox, and the 1-1 to Bradley. Here's Snell's pitching line, brought to you by your Eastern Lexus dealers.
Getting it done in a different way, obviously, than Sale, and right now has the lead in the ball game.
(1-2) to Bradley. Line shot. That one headed toward the wall. On one hop up against the monster. Leon's heading into 3rd, and he will slide in. That'll be a double for Jackie Bradley.
Well, remember last time out he struck out on a pitch that was away from him, and he didn't like the call. Well, this time he gets a pitch away again, and this time swings at it. That's about the same pitch, and then this time he slaps it down that left field line for the double. So the Red Sox get something going. 2nd and 3rd, nobody out. And as Dave highlighted, started with a walk.
So Jackie Bradley with an extra base hit. And bullpen beginning to move around now suddenly for Tampa Bay as Marrero gets in. He struck out his first trip. He was caught looking. Right now Tampa Bay up a run. On deck, Mookie Betts.
Infield back, trying to go the other way here in this situation. If you get the ball on the ground, you get a run home, you get the man to third base with less than 2 outs. Obviously your first option is a base hit to drive in 2, but
1 drifting inside.
We talked about Bradley, you know, the same pitch. Here's the one he struck out on. Takes it. Very good call. Next time up, not taking it this time. A little bit higher in the zone that time, but pretty much the same location.
The 1-1 to Marrero. Swinging a high fly ball left center field. That one headed for the wall. Back it goes and high off the monster. That'll drive in 2 runs. Marrero to second base, stopping there. He comes through to put the Red Sox back in front, 4-3.
Well, so much for the right side. Marrero decides he's going for it all, and he didn't miss a home run there by very much. It's a fastball up in the zone, and it looked like it had enough to get over the left field wall right at the top. So still nobody out in the inning.
Well, he put a great swing on that at the crack of the bat. You're right. It looked like it had a chance to get out, just a little bit short. But a 2-run double for Marrero.
He's had a good day. 2 defensive plays, and now the double to drive in 2 runs.
First double of his career. And now Betts, who has hit a home run. He's also lined out to the first baseman. He lines that one foul for strike 1. The ball has been carrying here today, and for Snell, it's been a poor idea to walk people. Sandy Leon has drawn 2 walks, and each time he's come around to score. And the Red Sox back on top, 4-3. Snell has walked 3 men. He's allowed a home run and 2 doubles. Nobody warming yet in their bullpen. That may change if Mookie Betts gets a hold of another one. Cross for a strike. Betts in 47 career games against Tampa Bay is hitting .340 with 9 homers and 27 runs batted in. He's done damage against them. 2 strikes on Betts. Has a .941 OPS against the Rays. Nobody out in the inning. Walk double against Snell. Marrero at second base, and that's upstairs for a ball. 1-2. Pedroia on deck. Mookie in the custom-made Jordans today for the Mother's Day weekend. So far, it looks like he really likes them. Here's the 1-2. There's another drive. Socked to the wall. High off the monster again. Marrero is in. Betts for second. He's driven in 3 runs today, and the Red Sox lead it 5-3. And that is 3 consecutive Red Sox doubles.
Yeah, Bradley with a double to left field. Marrero high off the wall and about halfway up the wall now for Mookie Betts. He gets that fastball again. It's on that area of the plate that Betts likes a lot. Middle in, not too far inside, but in a half of the plate.
Mookie now leading the club in RBIs. He had a chilly start to the season. That's a distant memory because he is absolutely sizzling and hitting the ball. I mean, he's barreling it up several times a game now. Heading back out to second base. Pedroia trying to keep this run of doubles going. He already has one today. He's 1 for 2. A little bit surprised, especially given the fact that Chris Sale is Snell's opponent, that nobody is warming up in their bullpen yet. 86 pitches for Snell. But the Red Sox are hitting him. There's a bunt toward first base. Morrison will scoop that up and get the first out of the inning, and it's Betts down to third.
Good job by Pedroia. He always trying to do is get the runner to the third base with less than 2 outs. So instead of swinging and trying to hit a ground ball, he'll just push it in that direction. Little push bunt to the first base, but he knows he's going to be out, but he got his job done by moving Betts to third base. Now the infield comes in for the Rays.
And that opens up all kinds of possibilities for Bogaerts, who was grounded out and struck out today 0 for 2. Only one away. He's hit safely in 15 straight. Nothing yet today. And ball 1.
Betts will probably be going on contact here with the 1 out in the inning and a left-hander on deck. And Betts with great speed.
And Snell with a 1-0 pitch. Ball 2.
And if you don't know what I mean by contact, as soon as he reads ground ball, he takes off from third base.
In other words, no matter what.
No matter what. Unless, of course, it's back to the pitcher.
2-0. Foul tipped on a check swing, and that's a strike. 2-1.
And you can tell that they're expecting him to go in. You look at Beckham, the shortstop, and he's in on the grass. I mean, he's just about even with the grass and the dirt. So they are expecting Betts to go in this situation.
Red Sox have hit Snell hard in the inning. Stopped by Norris. Another 3-ball count.
Saving a run right here is Derek Norris. Gets that glove turned over, just tries to block it, not catch it.
A good count for Xander. 3-1, 1 out, man at third. 3 runs in. And a ground ball knocked down by Beckham. He'll go to first base. In to score, Mookie Betts. And the Red Sox now lead 6-3. And Xander Bogaerts will pick up his 10th RBI.
Yeah, as expected. Betts, you watch him at third base. As soon as he reads ground ball, he's gone. And even if that comes, if that's clean to Beckham, he's not going to get Betts at home plate. You get a good lead and a good jump, and you got speed, you should score almost all the time on the contact play. The only way it really not is if it's a hard ground ball right at an infielder.
A 4-run 5th for the Red Sox. Benintendi batting now. The base is empty and 2 away. Don't forget about the bunt by Dustin Pedroia. That got Mookie Betts down to third base, forced them to bring in the infield. The Red Sox produce another run.
Well, they know they got Sale on the mound, so that's why you saw Pedroia bunting right there. Even though he's given up a couple of home runs, you're always expecting that he's not going to give up any more. So every little run counts.
Little bounding ball, and Snell with a bobble collects and gets him, and the side is retired. Big inning for the Sox. They get 4 to take a 6-3 lead. Don't go anywhere as we stay in the park.
If you liked the baseball moves
and get some momentum going,
grooves, and attitude on last season's NESN Clubhouse, just wait till you see what we have planned next. Watch out. New friends.
I don't have moves like that.
New tricks.
Give it a little shuffle.
And all new baseball adventures.
Just call a shot already.
Every Sunday, we're dabbing and dreaming up and down Yawkey Way.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
On NESN Clubhouse, Sundays before the game. Presented by Delta Dental of Massachusetts.
He's hiding a card. It's time for you and your boys to get out of town. Left foot, right foot, left foot, stop. Twitch your eyes so they think you're crazy.
If you walk the walk, you talk the talk. It's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico.
Hide the eyes.
It's what you do.
Show them real slow.
I'm gonna throw it to you, right? Let it rip. Look at that. Watch the ball the whole time in your glove, okay? There you go, nice. Stay down on it. There you go, pal. Ooh, nice, you guys are good.
Dustin, same time tomorrow?
I can't, I gotta play with the big boys. But I'll see you guys later, all right?
Only Wendy's can make the Baconator, because while some other guys use frozen beef from far away,
That's 9,429 miles away.
Wendy's only uses fresh beef from ranches close by,
So we don't have to freeze it.
then add 6 strips of bacon, cooked fresh in an oven, never a microwave, tossed with plenty of cheese, without a single veggie to get in the way.
Proving once and for all.
That only Wendy's has the bacon and the ater to make the Baconator.
Well, back at Fenway, where the Red Sox have a 6-3 lead, so a cushion here for Chris Sale, who has allowed Tampa Bay 2 hits, and both of those hits home runs, one by Morrison and the other by Kiermaier. The Red Sox have come back, just scored 4 times. Souza, the leadoff man, is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground to third. And Sale with a 2-0 pitch. Pop up into left center field. Jackie Bradley a bit to his right and in. 1 away. Boys and girls ages 5 to 13 can enjoy Red Sox baseball camps this summer. Campers receive 4 days of first-class baseball instruction, a full Red Sox uniform, and a special Fenway Park visit. Camps available in Providence and throughout the Boston metro area. Visit redsox.com/camps for more information. 1 away. Here's Daniel Robertson, the second baseman. Been a real battle for him today. He has struck out both times against Sale.
One time on a changeup, one time on a fastball. That time he starts him with a slider. Slider again.
0-2. Last several batters, he's been on the verge of his 10th K. He skipped that one. He has 9 this afternoon. He's walked 1 man. And the 1-2 to Robertson. 2-2. Longoria on deck, and the 2-2 coming. And that is ball 3.
And tried to go backdoor on that breaking ball, just missed the outside corner. A little bit outside. Starts it in the left-handed batter's box.
And he walks him. So Robertson's on for the first time.
Get expert emergency care without leaving the ballpark at the Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center First Aid Station, located behind Section 12 on the lower concourse. Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center is the official hospital of the Boston Red Sox. Visit BIDMC.org.
Second walk for Sale. Base runner here for Tampa Bay in the 6th with 1 out. And Longoria now, he has struck out and grounded to short. So that makes Evan Longoria 2 for 26 lifetime off Sale. And the 0-1 pitch from the 6'6 lefty. And this is the way it is, I'll bet, every time Longoria goes up, or at least he feels that way when he faces Sale. It's always 2 strikes.
Yeah, and you know, last time up he swung at the first pitch. I don't blame him.
Grounded out to short on that occasion. A really, really good hitter with excellent power. Sale has been a nemesis. Longoria with 5 home runs on the year, coming off an outstanding 2016 season. Big toss there. And the 0-2. And he gets him. He struck him out. Caught him looking. His 10th strikeout on the day.
Now Longoria not happy. Thought that pitch was high, and he may have a beef. They wanted to elevate the fastball.
That was high. Pretty good frame job by Sandy Leon. That produces strikeout number 10 for Sale. And now Ricky Weeks, who has struck out and flied out. Just 2 hits for the Rays off of the lefty.
That little toss to first base that Salem made, I love that, because it was almost like he wanted a pitch, but Weeks wasn't ready, so he said, well, I got to do something, so I'm just going to float one over to first base.
Like I've been ready for 9 seconds.
Yeah.
I got to do something. I got to say, and I think all Red Sox fans feel the same way, it's a pleasure to watch a guy pitch who wants to work this fast.
Absolutely.
And has the confidence and the stuff to be able to do it. That's the pace that baseball ought to be played at. Roll foul. And I know it doesn't work for everybody, but thank goodness it works for this guy.
Yeah, one guy that's really kind of taken a page out of Sale's book is Eduardo Rodriguez. He has picked up his pace over the last 3 or 4 starts. I mean, not in Sale's category by any means, but he's one of a kind.
It was a pleasure to watch Rick Porcello a year ago, too. He's another guy that gets the ball and throws it.
Yes, he does.
1-2. Down into the dirt. Red Sox ahead 6-3 here in the 6th inning. Sale remarkably with 7 consecutive starts of 10 strikeouts or more. He's been pushing his name into the record books, the all-time record books, not just for the Red Sox but Major League history. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and missed. He struck him out. Nasty. Why the Boston Red Sox and the rest of America run on Dunkin'. Dunkin' iced coffee is consistently smooth and delicious. Dunkin' Donuts coffee, the #1 coffee in New England. The Boston Red Sox run on Dunkin'.
Now how about these moves right here by this guy in the stands? How about, I mean, he's got the bad shirt. He's got, I mean, look at this.
What do you call that?
Wow. I don't know. Maybe it's the newest thing. It could be the newest thing. I wouldn't know.
It's going to turn into a craze. But you've got to own the shirt.
Yeah. The shirt makes it. I mean, you know, you got the shirt and then you just feel like dancing.
Feel like moving out of the shirt. Last half of the 6th, the Red Sox in front 6-3. Chris Sale with 11 strikeouts. And 2 strikes on Chris Young, who's popped up and hit into a double play. Moreland on deck. Snell's still out there. Sox got him for 4 runs last inning, but he remained on the hill. We do have a right-hander warming up now as he's approaching 100 pitches. Last game of this series and his mini homestand coming up tomorrow at 1:35. Drew Pomerantz against Matt Andrews, and then the Red Sox go on the road again. St. Louis and Oakland coming up next week. 2-2. Bounding ball to third, backing up Longoria. The spin, the throw. He's awfully smooth over there. 1 man gone. Time now for a game break. Brought to you by Jordan's, the furniture store, the Boston Red Sox. Here's TC. Tom, thank you so much. Toronto's won 3 straight, playing better baseball. Seattle Mariners, of course, out west, 17-20. They've won 4 straight. They're playing better after a chilly start. Mitch Moreland now. He's gone 0 for 2. A couple of ground ball outs today. Tried to hold up a swing and a miss. Strike 1. Snell's had a lot of long counts today. He has walked 3 men, but he's gone to a 3-ball count a bunch of times. So he's at 100 pitches. The 1-strike pitch to Moreland.
Sales also, I believe, 101 to end last inning, but nobody throwing in the Red Sox bullpen. They're trying to get another one out of Sale in this game today, get him through 7.
He's right at 100 pitches. Talking about Sale as well. He's been outstanding again. The 1-1. Jumbo Diaz, who certainly lives up to that, warming up in the bullpen.
Yeah, we've seen Jumbo before, and he is a big man.
The 2-1. He checked his swing there. 3-1. Most pitches that Chris Sale has thrown in a game this season is 115. He did that against the Orioles when he beat them 5-2. He struck out 11 in that game over 8 innings, allowing only 3 hits. Today he's given up only 2 hits. Off the end of the bat foul, 3-2. I know Pedro Martinez is a huge Chris Sale fan. Talks often after he watches his starts about the performances. And I know that is a mutual admiration society with those 2 guys, because Chris Sale is a giant Pedro fan. 3-2, fouled away. Dominating strikeout pitchers who make good hitters look bad. Leone on deck. 3-2 on Moreland. Red Sox up 6-3. Pitch number 106 from Snell, foul away. MLB.TV Premium is back. It's better than ever. Watch every out-of-market regular season game live on over 400 supported devices. Plus, get a free subscription to At Bat Premium. It's the #1 app for live baseball. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.TV for details. Three-two. Boy, long at bat here for Moreland.
That pitch count rising now, 106. Actually, make that 107 now for Snell.
They continue to get Jumbo ready in the bullpen. One away, and the 3-2 once again. And finally, he strikes him out swinging. So 2 down. No move from Cash. So it'll be Sandy Leone, who has drawn a pair of walks and scored 2 times. So he's approaching his season high in pitches thrown. Sandy walked in the 3rd inning. He scored when Mookie Betts ripped the 2-run homer. He walked in the 5th inning, and he scored along with 3 other Red Sox as Boston put up 4 runs against Snell in that frame and lead it 6-3. Red Sox hit 3 doubles in the 5th. Big one by Devin Marrero, which almost got out of here. That drove in 2 runs. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Marrero has also made a couple of sterling defensive plays at third base.
It's exactly what John Farrow was hoping for today, too, from Marrero. You know, good defense. The offense is a plus.
Now Norris tried to bring that back from the outside corner at count 1-2. Snell, the second-year man, with a 1-2 pitch now to Sandy Leone. Looked to hold up and check his swing, and he did on a curveball. That's a season high in pitches for Snell. He's at 112. Wind blowing in a little bit, and the 2-2. Line shot over the head of Borges. That slams into the 10 at the bottom of the fence. And Sandy Leone has a long single. He's aboard for the 3rd time today.
At 2 walks, a walk in the 3rd, a walk in the 5th. Now a line shot up over the head quickly of Borges. Kevin Cash out to make a pitching change. There's the contact by Leone. There's no question this ball was going to find its way over the head of Borges and right off the base of the wall, right off the bottom of the wall.
So Sandy Leone with a good day brewing. He has scored 2 runs. He was trouble for Snell today, who's now out of the contest. And Jumbo entering the fray with the Red Sox on top 6-3 in the 6th. is brought to you by Mazda. Driving matters. By Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. Toyota's website for deals. Buyatoyota.com. Digital Federal Credit Union. See what DCU can save you. Subaru Retailers of New England. By Franklin Sports, the official batting glove of Major League Baseball. And by Sullivan Tire and Complete Auto Service. Jerry Remy and Dave O'Brien with you. The Sox on top 6-3. And the 6'4", 278-pounder Jumbo Diaz now on the hill.
Just wondering, if Bill Belichick's in the ballpark today, you might want to talk to Jumbo after the game about maybe an offensive line position.
Pretty good protection, you would think. ZRA on the high side, up near 6 in 17 appearances. He'll take on Jackie Bradley here with a runner at first base. Sandy Leon with a bullet for a single.
Jumbo's got good velocity, 96 with that last fastball. We saw him the last trip in here against the Red Sox.
Red Sox have out hit them 6-2, and Bradley has one of those with a double and a run scored in the 5th. See if that really gets him rolling. So Snell out here in the 6th inning after getting the first 2 men out, and then he gave up the single to Leon. Jerry, you talked about it as we came on the air. Snell walking a lot of people, and today it was 3, but came real close to walking about 4 or 5 other guys.
Yeah, a lot of pitches, a lot of long counts.
There goes Leon in a swing and a foul tip by Jackie Bradley. Sandy Leon was in motion.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a surprise there. Because not paying any attention to Sandy Leon, not expecting him to run. And it takes Jumbo quite a long time to get the ball to home plate, so they figured they'd give it a shot.
Oh for 1 in his career. 1-2 he's holding this time. 2-2. Bottom of the 6th inning in a game that was originally scheduled to be played tonight at 7 o'clock, but the Red Sox moved it to 1 o'clock because of the coming storm. Line drive, base hit. Leon to second. Jackie Bradley with 2 hits in his last 2 at bats.
Don't miss a Mother's Day matinee tomorrow as the Sox wrap up this series with the Rays. Coverage begins tomorrow afternoon at 12:30 on NESN.
So the Red Sox with some brewing, first and second with 2 down for Devin Marrero, who doubled in a pair in the 5th inning, high off the wall out in left center. Put a beautiful swing on it. It's not just been the offense, that's kind of gravy. It's been the defense for Marrero. He has been a standout. Red Sox need that pick-me-up at third base. Leon at second, Bradley at first with 2 away. He'll take a ball. Jumbo Diaz pitched for the Dominican Republic in the World Baseball Classic. So he didn't join the Rays in spring training until the 22nd of March. The 1-1. That drops downstairs. Devin Marrero, one of the many major league players who appeared in the Cape Cod League. In fact, he was an all-star in 2011 playing for Catuit in that terrific summer league. Well, 3 balls, 1 strike. So Marrero can pick one out here. Leone and Bradley with 2 away. They lead away. And the count fills up.
And he's 7 on that last fastball by Diaz.
Joe Kelly warming up in the bullpen.
Been a long inning for the Red Sox. Hale will come back out.
Jumbo the 3-2. The runner's going, and down he goes, swinging, strike 3. So 2 men left. We are moving on to the 7th inning. Red Sox leading Tampa Bay 6-3. Episode of Nesson Clubhouse. Hanley Ramirez shares memories of his mom growing up. Rick Porcello dishes on what game he played against his mom as a kid. Catch this special Mother's Day episode tomorrow at noon. An all-new Nesson Clubhouse presented by Delta Dental of Massachusetts. Good day for the Sox here as we go to the 7th. 6-3 Boston. Sale back out there, and he gets Morrison to pop it up to Bogaerts in short left near the line. Fair ground. He makes the play. 1 fast out here in the 7th. Sale working on 11 strikeouts. He has surrendered just 2 hits. Oddly enough, those are home runs, one by Morrison and the other by Kiermaier.
And oddly enough, they're both by left-handers.
He goes after Beckham, who has lined out and grounded out. But he's made contact both times. It's going to be a victory of sorts against the lefty Sale. It was at 102 pitches as of this one, and that is ball 1. Derek Norris, the number 7 hitter, will follow Beckham. Popped him foul, 1-1. So Sale now with 84 strikeouts on the season. Through his first 8 starts. The 73 he had in the first 7, the most for any pitcher through 7 games, period, since Curt Schilling struck out 75 in 2002. The 2-1. Rattle foul past third. Kelly still throwing in the Sox pen.
I think that's in case, you know, something happens in this inning and that pitch count gets a little too high for Sale. They would have Kelly for the finish off the 7th.
He is eyeing strikeout number 12, and he gets it. He blows away Beckham. 12 strikeouts for Chris Sale.
That matches the same total he had last time he faced Tampa Bay here at Fenway Park. Just a Reyes back with the fastball here to pick up the strikeout. First time he's got Beckham today to strike out.
96 on the radar gun.
Right now he's got everybody in the lineup to strike out at least once.
Fly ball on the right field line. Betts giving chase. That's headed for the stands, and a foul ball off the bat of Norris, who has struck out, walked, and scored. The season high for Chris is 13 strikeouts. That was at Toronto. His pitching line brought to you by Ace Ticket. The 0-1. Line drive foul. He's up on Norris now, 0-2. Fans can see his pitch count up there. They know he's at 108. You'd bet on it being his last inning. Looking for back-to-back Ks. 1-2. He waits on Norris to get back in. Sale's 1-2 coming. 2-2. And a groan comes up every time he throws a pitch that is not called a strike.
Yeah, people love those strikeouts, don't they?
No, he has given them a lot to cheer about again. Here comes the 2-2 from the lanky lefty. And a high fly ball into left center field, backing up Bradley. Jackie on the track. He's there to make the play. The side is retired. They go 1-2-3. Strikeout number 12 for Sale. Going to the bottom of the 7th, 6-3 Boston. West. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. Bottom 7 coming up. Handshakes for Chris Sale, who earned every one of those, and a big ovation by the crowd as he came out. Jerry just brilliant again, time after time.
Yeah, it's every game is exciting when he's on the mound. There's no question about that. Fans, they sense that. They want to be at a Sale game, and he doesn't disappoint.
7 innings, 12 strikeouts, the second highest K total of the year, and allowing just 2 hits to Tampa Bay. Mookie Betts about to lead off here in the 7th inning. Then Pedroia and Xander Bogaerts against Jumbo Diaz. On the day, Mookie a 2-run shot in the 3rd inning, an RBI double in the 5th inning, and he has scored 2 times as well. Those numbers climbing and climbing across the board. Red Sox with 7 hits, Tampa Bay with 2. I think the overriding sense when Sale is on the mound is the game is under control.
You know, he gets upset when he doesn't throw a strike. I mean, and God forbid he walks somebody.
Yeah.
I mean, that really takes him off.
Of course, with a little more run support earlier, he'd have a handful more wins, but this one popped up on the infield. Here comes Morrison. And on the infield grass, the catch for the first out. Let's go downstairs to Jemai.
Well, guys, Pablo Sandoval working his way back from his knee injury. He's done some agility drills and even fielded some ground balls, and he will travel with the team to St. Louis, and they expect that he'll be able to join them after that. And John Farrell's saying that they're looking for some improvement at the third base position on both sides of the ball. And Pablo, of course, we know he can't provide that, but man, the day that Devin Marrero's having, guys, he sure is giving him his run for his money.
Well, he's picking the ball up, he's making the plays, and he's also ripped a 2-run double. You're right. It has been by far the weakest position for the Red Sox. 13 errors over there at third base combined. So that has to change. And a healthy Pablo Sandoval swinging the bat as he can. Check swing and a foul back. Of course, he's got to play defense, and that has been an area of concern for the Red Sox.
I would expect, and we talked about this a couple of days ago, that I think the defense is going to improve on the Red Sox as the season goes on. I felt like they were going to be a real good defensive ball club. They haven't started out that way, but the talent is there to be a very good defensive team. Now, yes, some holes have to be plugged. There's no question about that. But I think you're going to see those numbers improve as time goes on.
I think there's every reason to believe that. You start with Dustin Pedroia, who's won 4 Gold Gloves. He's not made an error all season long. It's a high fly down the right field line, but foul. Jackie Bradley, a contender for a Gold Glove last year, is one of the 3 finalists. Mookie Betts won it in right field. Benintendi's a fine defender already in left field.
Got a Gold Glover at first base in Moreland.
And 2 guys behind the plate who are elite catchers. So yeah, I mean, reason to think that the Red Sox will be a much better defensive team than they have been. Track records are there. That's in there for strike 3. Dustin Pedroia. Fans here for the second out in the 7th.
Well, Pedroia shaking his head because that's pretty nasty right there. There's not much you can do about that if you're a right-handed hitter. That breaking ball is a little bit outside, but close, and right on top of him making a call was Nelson. You can't do much with that if you're a hitter.
2 away for Xander Bogaerts, who's gone 0 for 3. Did drive in a run his last time up with a ground out to short with the infield in. Drove in the 4th run of the 5th inning when the Red Sox opened up the lead. But he does not have a hit today, and he has a 15-game hitting streak on the line. hitting .341 with 10 RBIs. Benintendi on deck. Fans, be sure to stop by Plainridge Park Casino. Plainridge Park Casino, 45 minutes from Boston. A 2-0 pitch. You know it's Chris Sale on the mound when they have so many Ks up there in left center that they can't fit them all on one row. They have to go to a different row.
Yeah, they start on a new beam, right?
Yeah. 12 today. Here's the 2-1 and a breaking ball low. And it has become an event when he pitches. So continuing to lead the majors in strikeouts. Here's the 3-1. High pop into right. Souza is in. And now we're a tie to the side. Red Sox go in order. We move on to the 8th. The Red Sox with a 6-3 lead over the Rays. Charlie will travel to Austin, Texas to see some of his favorite bands. Then he hangs out with Pat's Super Bowl champion Jermaine Wiggins. That and more on Charlie Moore Outdoors tomorrow night starting at 6:30. That's on NESN. Well, Kelly is on in relief of Chris Sale. Terrific again over 7 innings, 12 strikeouts, only 2 hits. And Kelly for the season 2-0, ERA at 2.00. First man in will be Kiermaier, who's hit a 2-run homer. Then Borges and then Souza. 8th inning at Fenway. Red Sox ahead by 3. Now tomorrow everyone is hopeful of getting the game in despite the forecast. It'll be Drew Pomerantz looking for his 4th win of the season at 135. That's the last game of this series. Red Sox will have Monday off. They'll enjoy that in the city of St. Louis.
I'm looking forward to Tuesday in St. Louis. I'm going to have a chance to sit down and talk with Hall of Famer Tim McCarver prior to that game.
I'm looking forward to hearing that conversation, and we'll have that, certainly parts of it, on NESN.
Talk a little baseball, because he caught some of the great pitches of all time, and talk a little broadcasting too. He's had an incredible career in the Hall of Fame for broadcasting.
And Tim, one of the all-time best. The 2-1. I mean, he did a lot of World Series. That's a foul tip off Leon, who took a shot there.
Right off the left arm that time for Leon. You just can't get enough padding, can you?
Not at that position. 2-2 on Kiermaier. And a foul tip. I bet Tim McCarver will have one or two really great Bob Gibson stories.
That's one of the guys I'm going to ask him about. Steve Carlton, of course. He also spent time in Boston. 67.
Tim's a great fan of Boston. Here comes the 2-2. That's up and away. Robbie Scott throwing in the bullpen, along with Matt Barnes, so a lefty and a righty going. Red Sox leading 6-3, 8th inning. Chris Sale once again did his job extraordinarily well. 3-2. Pedroia on the charge on the second hop. And Kiermaier gone.
Now stay on top of the latest Red Sox news with NESN's free Red Sox text alerts. From breaking news to in-game alerts, NESN will make sure you are in the know. To sign up, just text Red Sox to 536-536. Message and data rates may apply.
Well, Kevin Cash is going to go to his bench. This will be Corey Dickerson to hit for Borges in the 9 slot with 1 away. He's had an excellent season so far, 321 with 6 home runs. I think Tim McCarver tells the story of Bob Gibson going to all-star games, which, you know, are supposed to be fun. But for him, they were just as big as like the 7th game of the World Series. So all these guys that he would face all season long, who are suddenly in the same clubhouse that he was in at the all-star game, he wouldn't give the time of day to, and he would growl at them.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they're teammates, they're National League teammates, but he didn't care. He's like, you know, in 5 days, I've got to try and strike you out 3 times.
Yeah, I'm not going to be a friend even for a day.
Yeah.
Because we're not on the same team.
That was Gibson. I'm looking forward to that conversation with you and Tim McCarver. That'll be a lot of fun. 0-1 cut on and missed by Dickerson. No baseball in New York today. The Yankees were rained out against Houston. They called that game many hours ago. Really early in the morning. So no chance for the game at Yankee Stadium. And Astros team has been giving them fits too, as that one's fouled at the plate. The Yankees have suddenly lost 3 in a row, and Houston's won 5 straight.
And the Yankees have been very strong at home until they ran into the Houston Astros, who have given them problems.
Yankees off to a terrific start. They're 21-12. Baltimore a half game better, 22-12, and they're in Kansas City tonight. The Orioles are. Kelly with the 0-2. Swatted foul on a play. Hey, if the Sox win and sweep, you win free furniture and mattresses. In 07, Jordan's gave away $30 million in free furniture when the Sox swept. Shop the Monster Deal Plus 60 only at Jordan's Furniture. Oh, 2 again. Quick step there, but he missed up high.
Kelly will do that once in a while. You know, he won't come to his complete stop. He'll just let it fly, trying to throw off the timing of the hitter.
A ball, 2 strikes on Dickerson. Souza next. Red Sox lead 6-3 in the 8th. 100 miles an hour. Dickerson just got a piece. Rays took game 1 5-4 last night. They almost gave it away. Red Sox came back, scoring 4 in the 7th inning, made it a 5-4 game, but that was the final. Today the Sox big inning was the 5th, getting 4 runs. Ground ball deep short, down on knees. Bogart's up, skips it, and out at first. He gets Dickerson for the 2nd out.
Well, once he went down on one knee, I didn't think that he had a chance to get Dickerson.
It looks like they're going to review it, yeah.
Yeah, they're going to take a look at it. But, I mean, watch this play. He goes down before he catches the ground ball, comes up and can't get much on the throw at all. 1 hop to first. Boy, that's close, but I think it might have got in the glove before the foot got there. Let's take another look. Boy, that is really close. Well, from that angle there, it looks like he did hit the bag first.
Did.
That's the one that appears to be pretty evident that he beat it.
You get a chance to see all the feeds from all the broadcasts here from Fenway in New York at the Replay Command Center. And I think this is coming back and will be overturned. We haven't seen a signal yet. And safe.
Let's listen to it. Love that sound of the hitter, the runner hitting the bag, and then you can hear the contact with the ball in the glove.
You know, on those close plays, umpires, when they go through umpiring school, they are taught to go by sound too. But that one overturned. Dickerson safe with a single. Here's Souza. Swung at a pitch in the dirt.
Over anxious that time, expecting a fastball. Got the curveball from Joe Kelly.
Souza's 0 for 3. Struck out in the 3rd inning. He was the 7th strikeout victim of Sale, who powered his way through 7 and picked up 12 strikeouts. 7 straight starts for Sale with at least 10 strikeouts. Second time this season he has fanned 12 against Tampa Bay. He got Longoria twice. He got Robertson twice. One out, one on, 2 strikes on the batter. And that infield single by Dickerson, who was just overturned, gave him a base hit. That's just their 3rd hit today. Fouled away toward 3rd. The CVS Health Charity Classic has added a 2-day family-friendly food festival introducing Crave, Rhode Island, June 15 and 16 at the Dunkin' Donuts Center in Providence. For tickets and information, visit CVSHealthCharityClassic.com. Kelly looking for a strikeout. That barely missed the outside edge. 1-2.
Got to have that call. He makes a nasty curveball on the outside corner and not call the strike.
Souza just back in the lineup after missing 4 games with a bruised right thumb. Saw his name in the lineup and probably said to Kevin Cash, "So I got a bruised thumb. You want me facing Chris Sale today?"
And in the leadoff spot.
Thank you very much. Dickerson with a short lead at first, being held by Moreland. And the 2-2 knocked down by Leon to keep the runner there. Well, the victory today would put the Red Sox back to 2 games over 500. Would also make them 12-8 at Fenway and 10-10 against the East, which is an area where both the Orioles and the Yankees have done very good work inside the division. Baltimore 15-9 against the East. Yankees are 11-6. 3-2. Right past him. Souza winding up on a 100-mile-an-hour fastball and went right through it.
A rising 100 that time from Kelly. Up about letter high, no contact. Second time Souza has struck out today. Sale got him on a fastball. Now Kelly gets him on a fastball.
So Brad Miller has a bat, and he'll hit for Robertson. As Cash is going to his bench here late. Another pinch hitter. Miller scuffling at 195 with 2 home runs, and he made 2 errors on 1 play last night to help the Red Sox get back in the game. As a pinch hitter, he has a couple of home runs. We're in the top half of the 8th. Sox up 6-3. And Kelly gets a foul ball for strike 1. Tonight at 10 on NESN Sports Today, a preview of Game 7 between the Celtics and the Wizards in the Eastern Conference semifinals. NESN Sports Today, presented by People's United Bank. See what know-how can do.
Well, the one good thing about Monday, the off day, we'll get a chance to see that game.
Game 7. Crushing loss in Game 6 for the Celtics, but got to bounce back quickly. Man on with 2 down, and Kelly with a 1-1. Joe has owned this battle. Miller is just 1 for 8 against him with a strikeout. Kelly, first man out of the bullpen here today. And a 2-1 pitch from the right end. The bat goes flying on the swing and a miss. Almost got the umpire. That almost got Laz Diaz.
Oh, nice move by Laz Diaz. Did you see that move? Very dangerous with the bat going down there, but Laz, I'm telling you,
yeah, by that much.
Got some ups. Look at that.
Those are ups.
Those are ups. That's about as high as Laz can get right now.
Not bad.
Fortunately, nobody got hurt on that.
So the count 2-2. Laz will have home plate tomorrow in Game 3. Two down here in the top of the 8th. Kelly trying to end this with a strikeout. And he does. 101 to strike out Miller. A blazing fastball. 1 man left. batting glove member this season. Franklin Sports is donating to the Red Sox Foundation's RBI program to help revitalize baseball and softball in our inner cities. Franklin Sports is a proud partner of the Red Sox Foundation and Major League Baseball. Jerry Remy, Dave O'Brien with you. Jemai Webster as well. Things have worked out very well for the Red Sox to this point. Diego Moreno comes out of the bullpen now for Tampa Bay. Dickerson takes over in left field. And Benintendi is in search of his first hit today. Xander Bogaerts' hitting streak may come to an end here at 15. He does not have a hit this afternoon.
Yeah, Moreno's guy has been around a little bit. He's been with Philadelphia a couple of times, up with the Yankees in 2015.
Brad Miller also in the game at second for the Rays. And a strike. Benintendi has struck out, walked, and grounded to the pitcher. 0 for his last 14. He was out in front. Down he goes, strike 3.
Yeah, pretty nasty changeup right there.
Out number 1 here in the bottom of the 8th for the Sox.
A couple of changeups in that at bat to Benintendi, and that one moving down and away from him.
Now, the Red Sox have not torn the cover off it today. They only have 7 hits, but they have held Tampa Bay to 3. So Red Sox pitching has been pretty exceptional again. There's a well struck shot out into right center field, but playable. Souza moving over. 2 down.
Stay tuned for Red Sox Final, presented by Plainridge Park Casino. TC and Tim Wakefield will highlight the key moments of today's game and preview Drew Pomerantz's start tomorrow against the Rays.
And Kimbrel up in the bullpen. He has been incredible, coming off an immaculate inning in Milwaukee. 9 pitches, 3 strikeouts, which has only happened 83 times in the history of Major League Baseball. And yes, Pedro did it. A lot of great pitchers never did. At this level, to do something like that, that's a feather in your cap. Moreland 0 for 3 today. Red Sox with a 6-3 lead in the last half of the 8th inning. Red Sox continue to be a very, very good day team. I believe the Red Sox, their last 10 games, are 9-1 in the daytime. So moving this from 7 to 1.
Very wise choice by the Red Sox.
An advantage the way they're playing in the daytime. No question. And with Chris Sale on the mound. 2-2. Sandy Leon on deck. Sandy has scored a couple of runs. He's been on base 3 times. Mookie Betts with a 2-run homer and a run scoring double. Devin Marrero with a big 2-run double. And strike 3 swinging. Red Sox go in order. We head off to the 9th inning at Fenway. TC and Wake prepping for the post-game extravaganza. to you by Xfinity. Snell was gone after 5 2/3, throwing well over 100 pitches. Sale was terrific again. 7 innings, 12 strikeouts, 2 hits. Mookie Betts 2 for 4. He's driven in 3. Devin Marrero getting the nod at third has made 2 really nice plays over there, and he's gone 1 for 3 with a 2-run double. And that has led the Red Sox to the doorstep of a victory, a 6-3 lead as we go to the 9th. And Craig Kimbrell coming on to try and lock this one down, leading the majors in strikeouts per 9. Off the charts, 18 strikeouts per 9 innings.
Yeah, big strikeout day for the Red Sox. Obviously, Sale. Joe Kelly coming in and getting 2 strikeouts in the 8th inning. Now Kimbrell.
Facing a right-hander in Longoria. And right-hand batters are 0 for 28 against him. He has converted each of his 25 career save opportunities at Fenway. Kimbrell has retired 37 of the last 40 batters, including 17 of the last 18. Time for the unlimited baseball break, brought to you by T-Mobile. Major League Baseball relief leaders in strikeouts. Kimbrell at 31. A ball and a strike on Longoria. Easy hop for Bogarts. 1 man away. And Bob's Discount Furniture is going to bat for the Jimmy Fund again this year. Bob will donate $1,000 to the Jimmy Fund for every game saved. Everybody saves at Bob's, the only choice for untouchable furniture value. Available in store or at mybobs.com. Just 3 hits all day for Tampa Bay. 2 of them went over the fence. Morrison and Kiermaier with home runs. Weeks is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Ricky Weeks 0 for 3 in his career against Kimbrell, and Craig has struck him out all 3 times. And the Sox closer with a 1-0. Up and in. That'll wake you up a bit. 97.
Yeah, 97 up under the chin.
So Chris Iannetta got hit in the mouth with a pitch last night. Could not get out of the way. Fouled back. Well, tomorrow at 1, don't miss Red Sox Game Day Live presented by DCU. TC and Tim Wakefield will preview Drew Pomerantz's start against Tampa Bay. DCU Digital Federal Credit Union. What can DCU save you? Craig Kimbrell with a 2-1 pitch to Weeks. Just inside. 3-1. If you're just tuning in, Chris Sale did it again today. 7 innings, 12 strikeouts, just 2 hits while he was in the game for Tampa Bay. 3-2. Sox scored 2 runs in the 3rd, 4 more in the 5th inning. And they've had the lead 6-3 ever since. Payoff pitch. Fouled away. Just barely made contact. Leone again got hit by that foul tip.
That time on the right shoulder, so he's got it on the left arm, the right shoulder today.
Kimbrel coming off a win Thursday in Milwaukee, striking out 5 out of the 6 batters he faced in an inning and 2/3. The 3-2. He strikes out another one. 2 down.
"15 strikeouts for the Red Sox pitching today. 12 by Sale, 2 by Kelly, now 1 by Kimbrel. Reback, throw that fastball, strikeout.
Over his last 4 appearances, he has struck out 12 of the 14 batters he has faced. He is just mowing them down. Tampa Bay getting a serving of Sale and Kimbrel today. And the 1-0 inside. Morrison is 0 for 5 against Kimbrel with 2 strikeouts. Red Sox looking to even the series heading into the finale tomorrow with Drew Pomeranz pitching. 135 for the first pitch. The 2-0 popped up, foul back out of play. Morrison has belted a home run back in the 2nd inning. That gave Tampa Bay a lead. Solo shot, his 10th. He's 1 for 3. Taking his time, digging back in. 2 down, bases empty here in the 9th. Three and 1. Kimbrel an out away from locking up the victory for Sale. Chris would improve to 4-2. 3-1 now to Morrison. And it's all filled up. The Red Sox have 1 more strike to get. Three-2 to Morrison. Ball game. What an appropriate ending. A strikeout at 98 miles an hour. Red Sox pitching dominating today. Chris Sale with 12 strikeouts and 2 in the 9th inning TC for Kimbrel, who has been amazing.